If spending money on what gives you joy in order to save on what doesn't was a person, then that would be me. As I have said before on this channel, I am a believer of spending less on things that do not matter or bring me no joy so that I can have more money left over to spend on investments, travel, experiences, and things that truly make me happy and bring me joy. Hi, and welcome back to this channel. In today's video, I'll go through 7 things I stopped buying that has tremendously helped me have more money left to save and invest while not compromising on my quality of life. Let's get right into it. Number 1 are dupes, or what most people call fake or replica designer items. Now, before you come for my head, let me just state here that to each his own. I am not bashing anyone for their choices. I am only sharing what I no longer buy and hoping that that would enlighten someone out there. I think back in my early 20s, I spent money on 1 or 2 of these replicas and it just didn't sit well with me. Like, why did I do that? Was I trying to belong to a particular class or feel like I could afford something that I clearly could not? Look, it's either you're wearing Prada or you're not. Why spend money on dupes that are mostly of lower quality but still relatively expensive when you can buy items that are not branded but of good quality? Personally, I feel like dupes scream tacky. And let's take a step back here. What is the motive of you wearing Gucci when it's not a Gucci item? Like, why are you doing that? Remember that when you buy these designer items with the big logos everywhere, your value as a person doesn't increase nor decrease because of that logo. You're simply providing free marketing for the company while you have carved out good money to buy the items. You're paying the company to advertise for them. So if you wear dupes as well, you're only advertising for LV or whatever designer it is using a fake item. What I do now is to get good quality clothing, shoes, bags that can last me a long time. Brand name doesn't really matter. I am mostly concerned about quality and value for my money. Number 2 are items on sales. Listen, there's a big difference between you buying something simply because it is on sale and you buying something you need that is on sale. Mother's Day sales, Black Friday sales, Christmas sales, summer sales. The list is endless. Those companies have perfected their marketing to trick you into thinking that you're saving money by buying items on sales. If you buy a jacket of $150 because it is on sale when you don't need it, $150 is out of your pocket. Gone. There is no savings there. But if you need it, or if you had a need for the jacket, it was $300 pre-sale, and you ended up buying it for $150, only then have you saved $150. I personally do not go in stores or check out these websites when there's a sale because I know it's quite tempting to keep on buying things that you don't need. So what I do is to make a list of what I need, and if there is any sale on those specific items, I buy. The next thing I stopped buying are skincare products. Guys, I have wasted money on skincare products. No jokes. I used to just Google randomly or come here on YouTube, type my skin issue and watch tons of videos. Of course, there are product recommendations from these videos, and I kept on buying and buying, all in the name of trying to get a glass looking skin. Rather than waste money on random products, I decided to see a dermatologist who is a skin expert, walk through my skin concern, and I got professional recommendations on the products to tackle my specific issue. With this approach, I stopped the trial and error method and only had to buy the products recommended, which interestingly I've gotten good results from with less money spent. You can apply this principle beyond skincare, where you might have to spend a substantial amount upfront for professional advice, which then saves you money in the long run. Number 4, my list are upgraded items or new releases. I'm convinced that these big companies are after our money and lives. If you're not careful, you will end up slaving all your life to make them richer. Because how is it that Apple, for example, releases a new iPhone every year with only minor upgrades to the previous versions? Sometimes you barely even notice the changes. With these minor changes, if you were to trade in your old phone for the latest version, you will be paying almost $600 extra. Now imagine you're doing these tradings every year and all in the name of upgrading or having the latest version. The money you would have wasted. I recently got an iPad as a gift, and just days after, Apple released a newer version. I was tempted to trade it in for the latest version, but I quickly snapped out of my la la land when I saw the additional price I had to pay for the latest version. I personally have a 3-year rule when it comes to gadgets. If my phone, iPad, or any of these gadgets is not broken, Best believe that I am not upgrading or buying a new one until I use it for at least 3 years. These have saved me hundreds, thousands of dollars, and I am happy about that. Number five on the list of things I'm no longer buying are trending products or social media approved products. TikTok made me buy it. Why do I need a Stanley cup when I already have a dozen other cups in my house? Why? We're at that stage where consumerism is at its highest. Like sometimes it just blows my mind the level at which we consume any and everything. This report from Trading Economics shows that consumer spending reached an all-time high in the first quarter of 2024 since 1950, and despite the fact that disposable income has also increased, personal savings decreased from 3.6% to 3.2% quarter on quarter. There is always something new and cool out there. A new kitchen gadget, a new shoe, a new fashion brand. The truth is, these trending items will fade off in no time. So you have to stay disciplined, not to get carried away with buying and buying to stay up to date with trends. The 6 points on my list of things I will no longer spend money on are hypothetical purchases. Every time you buy something you don't need at the moment, and your justification for that purchase is that you will use it eventually, that right there is an hypothetical purchase. I used to be the queen of hypothetical spending, so I'll break this point down for you. I went to the store the other day and I saw this beautiful rug that I instantly fell in love with. Keep in mind that I don't have any space in my home to put this rug, and I was going to buy the rug anyways, with the hopes that I will eventually move to a bigger house that would require me to use it. But guess what, guys? From my experience buying things like this, I am so sure, I am 100% sure that I would never use that rug if I moved to a new house. And at that time I would go ahead to buy another rug with a newer or more modern design. I used to do this with clothes as well, buying clothes for an imaginary future vacation without concrete plans to go on vacation. Hypothetical purchases like this meant that I wasted money that I could have saved or better still invested. The takeaway here is that if you do not need it now, please don't buy it for when you think you will need it. Instead, save that money or put the money to better use. The last thing in today's video that I won't be spending money on is multiple subscriptions for the same service. Why do I have a Netflix account and then Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Apple TV? Which one am I missing, guys? Oh, lest I forget, we need to add Hulu to the mix. Was I created to lay on my couch and watch movies all day? Or what exactly is the reason for having all these subscriptions and you have the monthly or yearly fee for each of these accounts? I get that there are different movies or videos on each of these streaming platforms, but is it really okay or worth it for one person to have more than one or two of these subscriptions? Maybe not. The only party winning here are the multi-billion dollar companies, while you are not only wasting your time, but your dollars as well. Money that could be used for something more useful. You might think these subscriptions don't cost a lot when you look at them individually, but trust me, they add up real quick. Do you have a gym subscription, but you still pay for three other fitness and wellness services or programs? Just do a quick check and review all your subscriptions to ensure that there are no leakages where you could be saving good money. So yes, I won't be paying for multiple subscriptions, not again. When it comes to spending, I always think of the level of happiness from that purchase and the other things that I could do with the money. If I had the choice to either spend $10,000 extra on purchasing a new car today, or invest in my education, or even purchase an asset, my question would be, which will make me happier and ultimately benefit me years from now? I think the answer is clear. Buying a car might make me happy for a month, but the car would have also depreciated really fast within that time frame. I would rather educate myself or invest that money with the hopes that it would bring me returns in the future than spend on a liability for the sake of keeping up appearances. Of course, the goal is to enjoy the quality things of life in the present without jeopardizing your future. Balance is key. What are the things that you no longer be buying so you can have more money to do the things that matter? Can you relate to any of the items on my list? Let's chat in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for always taking out time to watch and learn from these videos. Your likes, comments, and shares are encouraging, and I hope to see more of that. See you in the next one, and cheers to a life of options. Bye.